Good morning everyone. Today I want to talk about how I've been investing in oil. I'm doing okay, but I've made a serious rookie error, and I don't want you to make that too. Welcome back everyone, my name's Paul, and if you've never seen me before, I recently started investing and I've made a ton of mistakes on the way. This channel is designed to expose the mistakes I make and try to help other people so they can avoid them. And I've made another mistake, all while buying oil. So I'm going to take you through it, see what led up to this mistake, how you can avoid it in the future, and how I'm going to correct it. It will not be a surprise to many of you that last week the oil futures fell to record lows. It was minus 37 in the end. And all through this weekend and the start of the week, Saudi Arabia and Russia continued being little bitches and just kept on with their little game of chicken over oil. This news meant that a lot of new investors have jumped into oil ETFs and made a bit of a mistake. It's meant that those big fucking investors have all been laughing at all the Robin Hooders in America. They just kind of typed in oil and then just hit the buy button on the ETF. Not a good way to invest, and unfortunately that's a bit of a win for the old time investors there. It's not the mistake I made though. In fact, it didn't really change anything through the oil crash. I kept on averaging down on the oil company that I like the most. There are plenty of ways to invest in oil. Trading 212 isn't exactly the best one for that. I don't know this for sure, but I think on eToro you can actually invest in oil commodity on its own. But on Trading 212, your options are kind of limited. You can go to the CFD section. Oil on there is probably kind of safe at the moment as far as CFD goes. But still, if that's the first time you've ever heard that, don't even go near it. The second way to invest in oil on Trading 212 is through an ETF, like the Wisdom Tree WTI. It looks like if you got into that ETF a couple of days ago, today you'll be winning. But the third way you can invest in oil on Trading 212 is to buy an individual company. I was already cost averaging into Shell pre-crash and it's done me a lot of good. The averaging down I've done on Shell is a testament to the cost averaging strategy, because it's very easily allowed me to just buy a share a day as it's been gradually going down, and today we're seeing a bit of a rally and it looks like I'm £6 up already. I did as much research as I thought I could into the fundamentals of Shell and the news that's going on at the moment to allow me to make the decision to buy it and have it as quite a prominent part in my portfolio. I'm not very good with oil at all. I don't understand it as well as I like to. I also don't get all the offshoot companies, like transport and all that. I don't understand it fully, so I'm not balls deep in it. And for me, really, the choice was between BP and Shell. I chose Shell because Shell is far bigger, it's got a greater dividend, and overall, even though it's got a little bit less cash, it's able to generate cash better, it's got a lot more assets, and with the possibility out there of there maybe only being 4 to 5 oil companies at the end of this, Shell has a much better chance of surviving than BP does. I know a lot of people are going to suggest the American companies. The only one I'd look at was Exxon. I don't understand oil enough to just go out there and pick an American company to place my bets on. Maybe in the future when I've got time. But right now, Shell looked like the one for me. Love its dividend, holds on to its dividend as best it can. It is doing its best right now to pay its dividend. It stopped its share buyback program to create some cash. And most importantly, for the future, I feel like they're the company that are investing the most in green energy. And that's where the market's going really, isn't it? So with me feeling really positive about the future with it, it's one of those stocks that I know I'm going to be able to buy, hold, and do it for a long time. Now, I did do a lot of research. I promise, I did do a lot of research. I sat down for fucking hours and tried to work out what was going on with Shell. But I missed out on one little detail that eagle-eyed viewers of this channel have let me know about. And I think even now, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I still don't think I'd know about this. But it is very important, and I feel like it's a very easy mistake to make. So if anyone's thinking about investing in Shell, you really do need to know this first. Shell's company is split into two categories, RDSA and RDSB. RDSB is the British side. And like a twat, I invested in RDSA. RDSA is the Dutch side of the company. It owns most of the company, about 52%, and comes under the Dutch tax system, which means all the dividends that I get paid from RDSA are subject to a 15% withholding tax by the Dutch government. There are a couple of other perks to RDSA, one of them being that if the company goes bankrupt, They get priority of assets. But why the fuck would I be investing in a company if I'm scared of it going bankrupt? RDSB, however, is the British side of the company. I think it makes up 47% of the entirety of Shell, and it pays the same dividend, but without the 15% tax. And when so many of you pointed this out, I had to look into it myself because, you know, don't believe everything that you see in the comments. But I found out it was true, and I fucked up big time. So right now with RDSA, over time, for pretty much the same share price, I'm going to lose 15% of my dividends. So I've got to change it. In reality, it shouldn't be too hard to rectify. I should just be able to sell RDSA and then immediately buy back RDSB. I don't see any reason why that would be a problem. I might lose a few pence on the bid offer spread that Trading 212 has, but today we're 2% up anyway, so I'm not actually going to make any real loss. So here we go. This is how I'm going to rectify it. We are in RDSA right now, and we're going to click sell, and I'm going to sell all my 18 shares. Sell order, sell. All sold. And then I'm going to go find RDSB. Notice how the price is a little bit different in RDSB because it owns less of the company and it owns more of the transport side of the company. So the prices can be slightly different. But as I said, we're on a good day. I'm going to buy 18 shares back, review order, send buy order. And right there, I've bought, and I'll make a little bit of extra value on those shares because they're a little bit cheaper. Going back to the pie, it's made little difference to the actual amount of money I have. But the overall percentage return has come down because now with Shell, I'm pretty much even again, where before I was about 2% up. Not totally accurate, but it's good enough. And in the long term, it's going to make me an extra 15% in dividends. So there we go. Even now, I'm still making fucking mistakes. And thank you again to so many eagle-eyed viewers who noticed that I was buying the wrong share. I'm not afraid to admit my mistakes to 1,000 people on YouTube. 1,000 people, that's a lot, isn't it? Jesus. I do think it's really important to get it out there because I think it's a really easy mistake to make and I don't want other people falling in the same pitfalls. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hold on! I was just loading the recording up to my laptop and I realised I forgot something really important. There's been a lot of comments recently about setting up a community on a Discord group. I must be old as fuck because I was thinking like a Facebook group or something was going to be better. Obviously not. You guys have spoken overwhelmingly about Discord. I've just figured out what it is. Obviously, I'm way fucking out of touch with this stuff. But last week, with all the crazy volatility and stuff going on, I just wanted to get shit out there. I wanted to talk about stocks with people. And on the comments, while I get loads of your perspectives, other people don't generally get it. I also get a lot of questions that I know loads of you can answer. And right now, particularly after the last video, I just can't keep up with them at all. So this Discord group seems like a really good idea. Discord is a chat app that everyone can get together on one channel and just talk about investments and stuff, like through a channel that I have set up. It feels a lot like IRC, you know, when you used to play games online. It feels very similar to that, but it's apparently very YouTube friendly. So the way you join up to the channel is you download the Discord app and then follow the link, which is in the description below. And hopefully there might be someone in there. But I found myself this week really wanting to talk to you guys as a whole, and I couldn't do it. And loads of you guys have said make a Discord group, so here it is. Be nice on it. That's all I can say. Okay, back to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you're interested in signing up to Trading 212, there is a link below in my description. If you sign up through that link, you will get a free share on Trading 212, and also one of my subscribers will get a free share too. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and invest.